I gotta go for a walk. Every time Biden gives a press conference, my head starts to hurt. Watch him take the stand with half of a mask on his face, then walk away with no mask.
Good morning. What a good morning. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Mr. President, would you take a few questions?
Federal steps to increase vaccinations.
Mr. President, to what extent is the economic recovery at risk if the Delta variant continues to spread and people don't get vaccinated?
And try to follow what he's saying and explain it to me, please.
$1,400 checks into the pockets, for $1,400 checks into the pockets of millions of Americans. Help to keep their folks in their homes. Help to put food on the table. Remember those long lines we used to talk about? People lined up in their cars for hours just to get a box of food put in their trunk. 193 million Americans have gotten at least one vaccination shot. Be able to deal with than the one that was underway when I took office.
Did you get all that? Biden reminds me of this kid right here.
Have you ever had a dream that you'll do
Than the one that was underway.
You want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Come on, man.
That wasn't bad enough. He said 193 million Americans have the vaccination. Then he said 350 million. There's only 328 million Americans living in the United States.
So we have to get more people vaccinated. I said, well over, what's the number again? I remind myself, 350 million Americans have already been vaccinated. They're doing fine.
Unless he's counting his dead voters. Now, all of this took place on PBS, and mainstream media is refusing to show the press conference now. They're trying to hide it from you.
To make sure that we fight the Delta variant and keep our economy strong. First, thanks to the latest middle-class tax cut in a long time, the next monthly check, that is the child tax credit, in the next month, next 9 days, checks are going to go out to almost 40 million families with children in 9 days, beginning next month, or the middle of this month, I should say. On August 15th, for example, a family with 2 young kids under the age of 7 is going to get a check for $600 paid immediately. And they get a check next month for $600, etc.
So support your favorite comedian, the most famous, half Persian, half interpreter, and guess what else? You can find my other videos on youtube.com/KvonComedy. If you want me to keep investigating, this is now my job. Throw a tip in the bucket on GoFundMe, Venmo, Cashapp, or PayPal.me/TanxGod. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'm gonna faint after watching that idiot.
Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Mr. President, would you take a few questions?
Federal steps to increase vaccinations.
Mr. President, to what extent is the economic recovery at risk if the Delta variant continues to spread and people don't get vaccinated?